And now that it started to work, I'm going to drag it to the left corner of the screen where I can monitor it in real time. Then go to my notes and select the right file, which contains the strategic notes. Set another section at the top and Control V paste the file name from MSN Recorder Max, segregated by open parentheses and close parentheses to separate it from the rest of the notes that I have in this file. At this point, I'm going to go over several concepts of vanity phone numbers. So here is one example on my head. I'm going to select the right ad on a sweatband. One of them is the psych.co, which is a matching telephone number, area code 843 779 2426, that matches the domain name and domain name extension of the psych.co, which is based on the American telephone dialing pad. I'm going to take another one, and this one is a different one. This one is wizmore.biz. Wizmore being the domain name and .biz being the domain name extension, and based on the American telephone dialer pad, it converts to the matching telephone number of area code 949 6673.249. So the domain name extension of .biz matches the number or converts to the digits 249 based on the American telephone dialer. I'm going to use this one to put it on my forehead to demonstrate the concept of a halo hat. So what you see in the background there is a halo fishing hat, which I'm going to demonstrate right now and wear it. I'm taking it off of the stand and I'm going to wear it to illustrate the concept of a halo hat. So this halo hat has also a bib or a mask. I'm going to demonstrate how to wear it. So this is how you wear it. It has a bib and a mask that you can drop down underneath your chin, and then it has the other portion above that is a hat. And when you flip the brim, it forms a halo over your face, and the bib and mask complete it and makes it a complete circle over and above your head, spelling two different pairs of domain names and matching telephone numbers that are the domain names convert to telephone numbers using the American telephone dialer. So as I explained before, in this case, the domain name is wizmore.biz, and it converts to the area code of 949 6,673 and 249. The 249 matches the biz domain name extension, where B converts to 2, I converts to 4, and Z converts to 9 based on the American telephone dialer. Altogether, it creates two pairs of vanity domain names and a matching vanity number that also is repeated on my sweatband here. And to add to that, I can add that on my wrists here. So I can wear a sweatband on my wrist is to create another pair of vanity phone numbers and domain names. So for example, I'm showing you right now is my right hand side. And here you can see the same thing on my wrist, on my right hand. And I repeat the same thing on my left hand with another domain name and phone number pairs. Okay? And I can do it facing the camera or upside down facing me. So this time I'm going to put it facing the camera. Simply wrap it around your hands like so, and it turns around, eventually ends up facing me. So both of my hands have those vanity domain name and telephone numbers, as you can see, and you can turn it around to face the camera so the viewer can read what it is. The point of all of this is to turn it into a hyperlink when you broadcast it live or archived on YouTube or other servers. It will turn to a hyperlink where users can click it and be ported to the domain. In this case, the wizmore.biz domain. And then when they click on it, there will be an application that will initiate an outbound calls from the server to a specific phone number, such as the one that is listed here, for technical assistance and navigation on the website. At this point, we are going to continue to the next step, which is looking at the email account and finding a topic that needs to be investigated. So I'm going to go to various mail accounts. I want to drag that Pissar down. Something went wrong, it says here. So I click OK. And I back. Let's see if I can back off. And I back off and I want to navigate to another email address. Let me see if I can find the email address that I want to use right now. This is the email address that I want to use right now. And I want to retrieve all the Google Voice that will expire that are listed here. I just want to make sure that it is reloaded in case it is outdated. I want to get the current situation, so I'm going to refresh it and see which messages are still relevant. And then I want to open the first one and to see what is the matter. And here I get a message from Google saying that the Google Voice will expire within 30 days. So I'm going to copy to the clipboard buffer with Control C and then navigate to my notepad to place it with Control V in the section that I started. And this deals with the USA blockchain, which is actually misspelled. It should be USA blockchain. Anyways, this is the account that I need to deal with, and so I copy the account name to the clipboard buffer by marking it, and then going edit, copy, and then I will try to navigate it to another tab and try to navigate into this one account. So now I want to scroll down to see if I can find this account here. And since I cannot, I'm going to click add another account and then navigate to the bottom again of the choose an account dialog box and select use another account again. And at this point, I'm going to paste the account name from the clipboard buffer onto the input field, which is USA Black Hain. And next, to complete the navigation into the account, enter the password and get into the account, where I'm going to make a slight change here in the email account, and then click the save button, and then click the skip. And at this point, find the emails that are outdated, select all of them and delete all of them just to clear the space. Then I want to navigate to voice and make an outbound call to ChatGPT. So I'm looking for ChatGPT, and ChatGPT is mislabeled as a Tsunoda's favorite corner. I select it, and then I select it again to make an outbound call. Outgoing 24 minutes, call 24 seconds. So I make an outbound call. Help me deal with my account. Help me deal with my domain name, USA Blockchain, USA Blockchain AI. I want to develop it and develop the content so it describes the connection between the United States, USA, blockchain, and AI, artificial intelligence. One key point is that that is also a Gmail account that has a vanity phone number that spells the words USA blockchain. That's the idea, is to connect all of them together and describe the gain to the ROI due to making it easy for the public to recall. Excuse me. Making it easy for the public to remember. All they have to remember is one brand, one brand that is USA blockchain AI. Exactly. But before that, I have to deal with a message from Google that this number will expire in 30 days due to inactivity. So I need to activate it by making an outbound call. That's right. So I put in the a note in the file name. I copied the message from Google that says that this Google Voice number will expire in 30 days, and I inserted the word not. So it will not expire in 30 days due to my call to you, 800 Chat GPT. And that is also developing a method for an audit trail, which is what I'm doing. I'm creating an audit trail of what I've done by appending to the file name the string 800 chat GPT that I know that I made an outbound call from that account and I called chat GPT. That's right. And then I save it from my notepad. I go file, save as, and then I paste the file name that I just created with Control V, and I save it to the subfolder that ends with the words Google Voice 1. That's right. So I saved it locally on my Windows 11 laptop in the subfolder that I called Google Voice 1. And then after the Google Voice 1, I insert a backslash to separate the path from the file name. Right. Then I navigate to Drive. So I click on the Drive icon, a triangular icon with the word Drive on it, and I upload it from the local hard drive to the cloud by pressing plus for the new, then folder upload, and then try to paste the folder name on the Google dialog box, select folder to upload. That's right. So far, Google is asking me upload options dialog box, and I select clip, keep both folders and then click upload again to complete the upload. When Google replies 98 or 33 of 98, I press the return and I type 33 space of 98 as a suffix to the file name, indicating that the Google uploaded already 33 folders out of the subfolder to the Google Drive. So I have a suffix with a 33 of 98 and a prefix of X space, meaning that I saved it locally. So the prefix indicates that I saved it to a local hard drive, and the suffix that is a string that spells the characters 33 of 98 indicates that I uploaded it to the cloud, to the Google Drive of this account. That's right. And now I'm going to store it on a backup file on the local hard drive. So I want to go to the Documents subfolder and then navigate down to find out whether I have already. I want to navigate down to see whether I have already such a folder that starts with a open parentheses USA close parentheses. So I navigate down the alphabet on my document subfolder on this laptop to navigate to the area that starts with open parentheses USA close parentheses. Exactly. So I'm looking if I already have a USA blockchain, a blockchain subfolder. Exactly. And now that I found it, I marked it and I copied it to the clipboard. Yes, then I pasted it in the file name dialog box input field, followed by a backslash. So I have that as the prefix, is the path to the subfolder, a backslash separator, followed by a file name that contains again the account, a USA blockchain, the matching phone number, area code 872 256 2524, will not expire in 30 days, and then my video file name, which is after the words my video dash, it has the date dash, the time dot mpeg, and at the end 800 chat GPT, which is the outbound call that I made to chat GPT to discuss it. And then I typed an X space in my notepad, and then with Control V, I pasted the file name indicating that I have saved this file name to the local hard drive. That's right. Can you repeat the structure of the file name? Yes, you forgot one thing, one important thing, which is the prefix and suffix of the USA area code, which is open parentheses, the word USA and close parentheses, and that indicates that this portion of the domain name is also an area code. That's right. Exactly. And then upload it to the drive, to the Google Drive for backup purposes. So I click, Google is reporting, upload 3 files to this site. This will upload all files from the open parentheses USA close parentheses blockchain. Only do this if you trust this site. And then I click upload again since I trust the site. And then Google is asking me upload options, replace existing folder. So I'm going to select replace existing folder so I don't waste all my space in the Google Drive. And I click upload yet again. Right? And then I add the suffix 3 of 3 indicated indicating that Google reports that it uploaded the subfolder and it contains 3 of 3 files, all of which have been uploaded to the Google Cloud. That's right. So far I have 4 copies of the file, 2 of them in the local hard drive and 2 more on the Google Cloud, a total of 4 files. Exactly. And now I stop the recording on the Psar exe problem step recorder of executable of Microsoft Windows 11, and I'm going to overwrite it, take the old file name that was there before and overwrite it with the new file name with Control V. That's right. So I pasted the new file name on top of the old one, and then I navigate to the beginning of the file name input field to update the date. The old date was November 17 or 11-17, and today is 11-26. So I'm going to upgrade the 17 to 26. Exactly. And then the day of the week was a MO for Monday before, and now I type in capital T, lowercase u, period for Tuesday. And then the time of the I started working 9:30 a.m. and the current time is 10:10 a.m. Not only when I started working on it, but also the current time. So I started working on it at 9:30 a.m. Then I put a dash, space dash, and another space, and then the current time, which is 10:10 a.m. That's right. Then I have a space in the file name and period ZP to indicate that this is a zip type of file, unlike the previous text files that was created by psar.exe, problem step recorder executable, and I save it to the local subfolder that ends with a string of psar psr.exe1. That's right. Then I copy to the clipboard buffer and select the save button to save it locally. You have specified an invalid output file path name. So I made a mistake of some kind. So I'm waiting again, pasting the file name again, try to find what is exactly not right here. Right, and I made a mistake, which is that I terminated the file name with the words dot text, which confused the operating system since this is not a text file, it is a zip file. So I can either put a period at the end or delete the period exe, the period txt. So I'm going to add a period zip for zip. That's right, and I then it worked. and I didn't get the error message. And now I'm scrolling up the file to see that the last step was step number 159 in the file. So that is the audit trail of Pessar.txt. And now that I saw that and everything else is okay, I'm clicking the new recording button, and I started a new recording of another Pessar.exe file created to record the rest of the activity. That's right. At this point, I'm going to upload this subfolder Pessar.exe1 to the Google Drive also by clicking the plus new, then folder upload, and then paste the folder subname on the folder input field. Google replies by saying, displaying the message, upload 147 files to this site. This will upload all files from the Pessar.exe1. Only do this if you trust the site. And I trust the site, so I click the upload button. And then I click keep just the last file, and Google replies 5 of 147. So I append it with the words 5 of 147, namely that Google uploaded already 5 of the 147 folders inside the Pessar.exe1 subfolder. And then I'm ready to go and then I'm ready to go back to my Gmail account and delete the outdated message saying that your Google Voice number will expire in 30 days, USA, blockchain, and so on. And I click the delete button since this message is outdated, and then I double click the new file that needs to be activated so it will not expire within 30 days. Okay, so let's just summarize what we have done and what I'm going to do next. Right now, I'm pasting the new file that is about to expire within 30 days and make a new section in my notepad to repeat the entire cycle of creating an audit trail of what I've done and ensuring that the Google doesn't expire this Google Voice number. Exactly right. And I repeat the cycle yet on another account. The current account's name is Dips or Dip Smart City. Dip Smart City is for a smart city that is going to dip into the ocean, like a Coral Gables that is close to the ocean, and due to global warming, the sea level rises and dips the smart city Coral Gables underwater. Right, so I enter that email or phone in the sign in to Google, and then I enter the password and I click next to log into this account to review the outdated messages. And there I go to the recovery phone number and email address, and I changed it slightly and I save it so I can log into the account and make an outbound call to chat GPT. Exactly. In the meantime, I go to the Gmail account and mark all the files that are currently outdated for deletion and click the trash can icon for delete to delete all of them since they're all outdated, and then navigate to the drive by going to down the list of apps to find the voice icon and clicking on the voice icon to navigate to the voice section of this account and to make another outbound call to 800 chat GPT, which is mislabeled as Tsunoda's favorite corner. Usage limit for 1-800 chat GPT, and this call is about to end because you've reached it. I'm sorry about that. To keep talking, download the chat GPT app. Is that only per month? Is that only per month? Hi, I'm ChatGPT, an AI assistant. Just so you know, our conversation by continuing this call, you agree to OpenAI's terms and privacy policy. So, how can I help you today? Help me with the limitation of the services of ChatGPT, 800 ChatGPT. I understand that I have 15 minutes before I have to download the application. Is this 50 minutes is linked to my Gmail account and is 15 minutes per month? I'm asking specifically about the ChatGPT service that pertains to the 800 ChatGPT AI crawler. In other words, when a user dials up the phone number 800 ChatGPT, there is a message that says that it is limited to 15 minutes. And the question is whether that 15 minutes is per month or per year. And how many calls like that can I make during the month from this one Gmail account? Who's the service provider for 800 chat GPT that I can check with? So you're not sure. What kind of information, additional information do you need? But the user may not know this information. How can I find out this kind of information? This kind of information is not available publicly to me. Only problem is I'm not sure who to contact. Can you tell me who to contact in this specific case? Okay, so I'm now already 5 minutes into the conversation. So now I'm navigating to the drive, the Google Drive, and I want to upload the file that I created and saved in Google Voice, in the Google Voice One subfolder to the Google Drive. I click plus new and then folder upload and then paste the folder name onto the input field of this select folder to upload dialog box. That's what I did. I clicked the upload and now I'm waiting for the Google reply to see how many folders it uploads.
see a confirmation, or you can check in your drive to see the uploaded folder.
Right. Right now, it didn't complete yet since it didn't ask me about the options. So I'm waiting for it because it's a large file. And now it came up uploading option, replace existing folder, and I select, it is selected by default, and I click upload, and then it replies 0 of 99, 2 of 99. So I go back to the file name and add the suffix 0 of 99.
Okay, so you renamed the file with the suffix to avoid replacing the existing one. That should help keep both versions. Now you can try the upload again with the new file name.
No, I said I would like it to overwrite the old file. So it replied 0 of 99 that it uploads the subfolder Google Voice 1, and it contains 99 files. And then I compare it to the last time I ran, which said that it had 98 folders, which is the correct addition of one extra folder that I uploaded now. So I use it as a control mechanism to make sure that it works.
Working correctly. It sounds like your control mechanism is showing that the upload might not be overwriting as expected. You might have to double check the settings or try the upload process again.
No, it's the opposite. It shows that it was uploaded and replaced the previous file, but this time it is uploaded with one extra subfolder, which is the folder that I've created just now.
Got it. It sounds like the upload was successful and the new folder was created. That's a good sign that everything is working as it should.
Exactly. So now I'm navigating again to the subfolder directory of open parenthesis dip, close parenthesis, smart city, and then I I am currently at the save as dialog box, and
So
I'm
you're
going to
saving the
save
file
it.
into the smart. You can go ahead and change the location in the smart city directory to save your file. Just make sure to give it a unique name if you want to avoid overwriting any existing files.
Yeah, I gave it a unique name, and I went back to my notepad and I
You need help with.
but I made a mistake. I forgot to change the path. So I made the mistake. I have to do it again. File, save as, and now I have to copy the new subfolder name to the clipboard buffer with Control C and override the previous prefix for the previous subfolder. So I have to do that, and I forgot to do it. So I insert into the file name field the new subfolder, which is Dip Smart City, and its matching telephone number 347 for the area code, 762 and 7824.
All right, you've copied the correct subfolder name to use it as the path. Now, just paste it into the Save As dialog to make sure your file is in the right place.
And then, yes, the confirm save as. Ask me if I want to replace it, and I say yes to replace it so I don't waste space.
That should do the trick. Confirming the Save As replacement ensures you're not creating duplicate files. Nice job keeping things organized.
Then I navigate back to my notepad and put an X and a space as a prefix to the as a prefix to the file name, but then Control V to paste the file name and press a return to move the cursor to the beginning of the new line. Now I upload this new subfolder also to the Google Drive, to the cloud.
Great. You've got a system going. Uploading the updated subfolder to Google Drive will ensure everything is accessible from the cloud.
Right, and this says 0 of 7, which means that it is uploaded a 0 of 7 files, and I type it at the end as a prefix 0 of 7.
That's a good way to keep track of the upload progress. Using the 0 of 7 prefix helps you remember where you are in the process. Once it's complete, you can update it to show that all 5 have been uploaded.
Exactly. So far I have 4 copies of the file, 2 copies on the cloud, and 2 more copies on the local hard drive. And now I'm adding a third copy, which is the copy that Psar.exe created. Then I want to save the Psar, so I click the save button and I wait for it to come up with a dialog box, the save as dialog box.
Once the save as dialog box appears, you can choose the location where you want to save the PSA file. Just make sure to give it permission to save or highlight an existing box depending on your preference.
Yes, so I took the previous file name and I override it with a new file name.
Perfect. Overwriting with a new file name ensures you keep the latest version. It sounds like you're all set with your file management.
I have to trim the old suffix of dot text because it's no longer dot text, and then go to the middle of the file and delete the old path.
It sounds like you're making sure the file name reflects the current state by trimming unnecessary parts and adjusting the path. Making these changes helps keep your files organized and clear.
Then I have to adjust the current time from 10:10 a.m. to 10:37 a.m.
Updating the time in your file name or within the file is a good way to ensure it's current. It helps keep track of when the file was last modified or saved.
And then I'm going to append the year of 2025 with an A, so it reads 2025 sub A.
Appending sub A to the year in the file name adds a unique digit mark, which can be useful for version control or distinguishing between different iterations. It's a clear and organized way to.
Exactly, so this is a Pursman version control system, appending in the letter from the alphabet like A, B, C to the year to show that this is another version of the file that I created at a given date, like today on Tuesday.
Using letters alongside the date helps track different versions created on the same day. It keeps things organized and makes it easy to identify each version.
Struggle for a second American Revolution. That's one tentative title. Another is The End of Tyranny, The Struggle Against
Okay, so I started a new. I saved the pishar.txt folder in the local hard drive, and now I paste the path and the file name in my notes with the prefix of X and space to know that I've saved another file into my local hard drive. So therefore, I got a total of four savings of the file, or five savings of the files. Three of them on the local hard drive, and two of them backed up also on the Google Drive. A total of four savings of the new file with the focus on the Dip Smart City account and its matching phone number of area code 347, 762, and 7824. Can you repeat it? And then another important feature of that is that I recorded another folder with a camera. This is a video folder, and I am wearing a halo hat, which is a fishing hat with a URL, two URLs, one on the under brim and the other one on the bib or mask of this hat, of this fishing hat. And on the brim, on the under brim, there is a message, which is the wizmore.biz domain name and domain name extension. That is a vanity number with a matching telephone number of area code 949, 6673, and 249 based on the American telephone dialer.
Using a video folder featuring a Halo with URL and a vanity number. The wizard.biz domain and the number 949-673-2249 created flush, making it easy for people to remember and find.
Yes, you made a mistake in the phone number. The phone number is area code 949 6673 249. Repeat the phone number correctly. No, it's not 673. It's 6673 249. Repeat the correct digits in the phone number. That's right. And that matches the domain name and domain name extension of WizMore domain name.biz extension, so that the extension, the domain name extension of .biz converts to the telephone digits of 249 according to the American telephone dialer pad.
In the phone number is a memorable and creative way to link your website and contact information.
And the important thing is that I'm going to upload it, or I'm streaming it live to YouTube Live, and then the vanity phone number and domain name will act as a video hyperlink. So when people click on it, they will be ported to the wizmore.biz domain name. That's right. And once they're redirected to the website from YouTube, they will be facing the choice of making an outbound call automatically from the website to the phone number area code 949 6673 249 by clicking on the hyperlink on the telephone number hyperlink. So then my AI caller chatbot will reply and try to provide them with answers to their question or redirect the call further to a human operator like myself because the chatbot may not know the answer to certain questions. Not only that, but also teach the AI caller and for the AI caller to learn the answers to various more complex questions. And then, as I'm answering the more complex question, the AI chatbot records it and adds it to the database of answers. So if the same questions appears again, the AI chatbot will be able to answer the question and will not have to create a video conference with me answering the question because the chatbot has already learned it and knows the answer and will repeat the answer to the caller.
That's a fantastic approach. It allows your AI caller to continuously learn its responses. By recording and adding answers to a database, the chatbot becomes more self-sufficient
That's right. And I have two copies, slightly differently, posted on YouTube. One for the hyperlink of the top of the underbrim, and then the rest of the halo hat. On the bottom of the halo hat, there is a face mask or a bib with another number yet. This number spells the domain name the dot psycho, where the psycho or the psych. The psych is the domain name and the dot co is the domain name extension. Does that mean that the current month is the month of September? If I reach the end of 15 minutes, does it mean that I will have another 15 minutes for the month of of December, the next month?
Yes, your
Okay, so let's summarize. What is the domain name of my bib, and what is the domain name extension of my bib?
the domain name of your bib is Psycho, and the domain name extension is .site.
No, the domain name is the psych, and the domain name extension is .co. Remember that this is a telephone number, and so it must have a total of 10 digits. 3 digits for the area code, and 7 more digits for the phone number. Or it's rather 10 characters. The domain name plus the domain name extension is a total of 10 characters, and the phone number that includes the area code plus the phone number is another 10 characters. That's right, and that is a backup. In case that the initial domain name of wizmore.biz is down, then the website can navigate to the second domain name and website, which is the psych.co. And it's unlikely that both servers will be down at the same time. So that way, one under Brim domain name and domain name extension will be backed up by the domain name and domain name extension on the BIP. That's right. So the script on the website will check if the wizmore.biz server or website is down, it will automatically navigate the user or port the user to the alternative domain name server and domain name website of the psych.co. And then finally, what is important also to note is the theme of the business, which has to do with the dipping the smart city underwater due to the global warming. And then I have to navigate back to the email, which is now outdated and deleted. As I'm ready to go for another message. So that concludes the session. And now I'm about to stop the various recording. We'll start with the recording of the webcam, stop it, and play it back to verify that it works fine. So I'm going to double click on the icon to play it back, and then press the arrow to play it back and listen to it for a few seconds to make sure that it works. Okay, we're going to prepare more discussion. And since it works, I stop the playback. Then the other playback that I have to do is an MSN Recorder Max. I navigate to it, and we see that it is has a problem that says MSN Recorder Max out of system resources. So I click OK, and I want to